This final video addresses challenges that teachers tell us may come up in the classroom. Di, as a teacher who has delivered Confident Me, what has been your experience in the classroom?
Well, the resources are clear, they're easy to use, the questions are good, the discussion ideas are good, it's great. But sometimes students can create some problems. Okay, so when I was first teaching this, I had a student that voiced their opinion that they wanted to look like this appearance ideal and that it was worth the effort.
Yep, that's a common problem. And one way is to think about how to get them to think about it from a different point of view. So one thing you can ask is, are there any downsides to holding this appearance ideal? Let them think about that. Is there anything there? And then say, holding that thought, could anything good come out of not holding that ideal? Could anything good come from thinking in a different way? And then finally, you could also ask, do they really think that celebrities or models or people who embody the ideal are very happy? Other things you can work on are, what would they say to a younger sibling or to a good friend who is struggling with body image? How put themselves in the framework of someone who's trying to help someone else? And finally, I think what you don't want to do is you want to avoid having a debate, having a conversation where the student repeats over and over again, but I like this ideal, I like this. Instead, you can then, perhaps, if you can't get the student to move from that position, just say, thank you for sharing, your point of view. Does anyone else in the room have a different point of view? Mm-hmm. You can also simply move on to the next issue.
I had a situation where a student voiced the appearance ideal as being healthy and therefore a good thing.
Yes, so it's important to make the distinction between the appearance ideal and the healthy body. Because a healthy body is one that is eating well, exercising, having good sort of mental and physical health. The appearance ideal is all about looking a particular way and doing whatever it takes to get there. So it very well may be that someone who holds the appearance ideal may be less healthy than someone who does not. Bodies come in many different sizes and shapes. And the important thing to emphasize is to take care of that body, to appreciate it, and to be happy within it. We also know that the cultural ideal changes over time, that it's simply a product of a particular moment in time. It does not reflect anything about the health of the body.
And what if a student says that appearance ideals are attractive in others? So, for example, a boy saying that he likes a girl to be a certain way.
Yes. So one thing is to say, why? What is the cause of this? Could it be that they're seeing particular images in the media? Is this really what they find most attractive? So get them to think a little bit about why they're thinking this way. Another is to flip the situation, to say, what would it be like, let's say it's a boy talking here, if girls start talking about his appearance in the same way, how would that feel? And similarly, to think a little bit about what effect his comments and his attitudes have on girls and women and what they do and the pressures that they feel. And the third tactic is to reinforce the negative effects of holding these ideals. How might it affect girls? How might it affect boys as well, and especially as ideals about bodies change for boys too? What are the negatives?
And finally, what happens if a young person gets upset about his or her body image concerns within the actual class?
It can happen, and sometimes someone can get upset. It's important to deal with this outside of the classroom, to seek referral sources that you have within the school system, psychologist or a counselor who may be able to come in. It's also important from the outset that students know where they can seek outside support.
Thanks, Nancy. This has been really useful.
Thank you.
Please be sure to check out the other videos online.